Fair enough.
It's week 6 of the NFL, and this one features Trevor Lawrence. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Jaguars and the Colts, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
Where the Gator Bowl once stood, now stands this facility. Everbank Field, as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Jacksonville, Florida. Hey, football. Cam Little out for the opening kick. And we're off from Jacksonville. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So out come the Colts for their first offensive possession. Bringing them out a 4th overall pick in 2023 out of Florida, a super athlete at quarterback, Anthony Richardson.
This just feels like a season so far off the rails, they can't even see the tracks anymore, Kate. Now the outlook is really 1 week at a time, trying to find that first win. Just got to get gritty and tough. And he's got to be the one who really sparks it for him.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Richardson throwing to start out. Andrews with the catch. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Keeps on moving into the red zone. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Well, this is a headache-inducing run for a defensive coach. I could just imagine that staff both upstairs and down on the field watching it, Kate, because now, well, they don't have to just worry about this guy catching as a receiver. Now they know he can be a weapon in the ground game, too.
A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. So they'll decline this and take the results. They've made it to 1st and goal on their opening drive, hoping to start this game with 6. They'll run here, following the penalty. In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Call it no gain that time, and they'll have 2nd and goal. Taylor. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Back-to-back runs stop short, and now it leaves him with a big 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Ryland tacks on the extra point. And the Colts will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Returning it from the 4. Returns looking good so far. They'll take over at the 39-yard line. Nice return there. So here comes the Jaguar offense now. Their turn to set out on an opening drive. And bringing them out, a former #1 overall pick out of Clemson in 2021, Trevor Lawrence.
Last week was the ideal showing for him and really allowed his offense to feed off of him. He elevated everybody around him. Just got to look at his stat line to see how well he was throwing the ball. 300-plus yard game, several touchdowns, tremendous efficiency.
And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways.
26 to 24. Go, go. Here we go.
Now Lawrence. That is caught by Brian Thomas Jr. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
The nice thing about a drag route is it works versus zone. You can find that soft spot and get a completion, but they can be very effective when you got an excellent route runner running away on that drag route from man coverage.
He's on the move. Connection made. Travis Etienne. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down. Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. And he's able to get this down to the 36. They get 13 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
Hey.
Here's Lawrence to throw. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. Picked off Reed Blankenship. And the Colts are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with the pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway. Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. He doesn't slide down and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground. So fourth down on heads. Braden Mann for the punt. Coming off 4 punts in that loss, and he boots his first of this game away. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Call that a 64-yard punt officially. And it'll be Jaguars football. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Hey, go!
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And the Colts will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly.
And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Pressure off left, and it's blocked! And the Jaguars grab it! Ooh, and I think he envisioned this one going all the way back for 2, but they're able to track him down and limit the damage to just that blocked kick. Here's a return from the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence set to take over on offense once again. And, Brock, they are not off to a good start. 2 drives, 2 giveaways. I think they could call this a win if this drive just doesn't end in a turnover.
Yeah, there's got to be some voices of calm within this offense to play smart, not scared.
They connect on the deep shot. Touchdown, Jacksonville! The Jaguars reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Little tacks on the extra point. And the Jaguars get it back to within 6. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Colts offense now for another possession. Well, Brock, it only took them 1 play to reach the end zone last drive. They might have to work a little bit harder this time out. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. Taylor again. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
First down throw here from Richardson. He's got Andrews. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the gun, Taylor. No gain on 2nd down, and they need 2 here on 3rd. They go again with Taylor. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Braden Mann on the punt. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his first. This is away, and once again, he's caught all of it. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks him inside their own 10. Jacksonville heading out there on offense. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Hey, let's go.
Up the middle they go with Bigsby. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to go out of bounds up past the 15. Second and 3 now.
Red on red. 11. Hey, kill. Think right. Think right, open. 11, Agate. Hey, I'm gun. It's hot.
From the 17. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down up the 28-yard line. One quarter down in this all-AFC. Back for the 2nd quarter. It's Jaguar football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Fits it through the middle. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy in midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's a Jaguar first down. Out of the gun, a give to ETN. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Colts side of the field. It's a gain of 3 for him. And that brings up 2nd and 7.
Go. Here we go.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. On the move, headed right. He finds his running back on a deep shot. Nicely done. They've been leaving him open, and that is something they're going to have to button up in the near future, Brock, considering the type of start this guy is having.
Yeah, this running back's making all sorts of friends with his buddies in his offensive huddle. Enemies on the other side, but this kind of production means everybody's going to get to eat today. Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
So the incompletion on first. Here's 2nd and goal. And no luck there. That throw falls to the ground. So now here's 3rd and goal. ETN. And he's brought down for a loss.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, and instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner. That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And this drive will start inside the 25. The Colts and Anthony Richardson headed back onto the field. And you always got to watch him when you're down near the red zone. He is sitting second right now among all NFL quarterbacks in rushing touchdowns. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Pierce coming in motion left here. Richardson now on 1st and 10. This one finds Taylor. Space past the 35. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 4. Completed over the middle. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. He's got his man. That's Alec Pierce. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Jaguars, well, they must be thinking pass here, huh? They're in the dime. 3rd down coming up. Richardson back to throw. Taylor makes the catch. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Field goal attempts coming here from Chad Ryland. From the right hash, this is going to be a 51-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll double their lead to 6. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Hey.
Here's ETN to begin the drive. This is ahead for about 5. Zaire Franklin there to make the tackle. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Hey, go.
From the 31. Complete. It's Ingram. It's a gain of 29 yards. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down. And he's up across 200 yards now in this opening half. That's beyond simply a good start for him. This is the type of game where he's been taking the lead on carrying his offense forward however he can.
Hey, let's go.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
Red on red.
Sticking in the air with Lawrence. Flush down out to his left. And they're going to take this in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars tie and can take the lead here in the second. Little able to connect on the point after. And the Jaguars take the lead on that successful kick. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The Colts ready to take the field. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Hits him on the out route. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete. The big guys, the left tackles will tell you it's them. The corners will tell you it's them. But I'll tell you what, these tight ends of today, the way they can run and break tackles and get in the open field, they truly are some of the best athletes on the team.
New set of downs for him from the 46. On first down, it's Richardson. Finds the in route complete. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Colts operating from the hurry-up, rushing back to the line. And for the first time, one of his throws doesn't find a home. It's incomplete, but boy, what a streak he had to begin this game.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off.
And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. Colts operating from the hurry-up, rushing back to the line. Escapes his grip. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Hauls in this punt at the 8. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Moore going to motion over right. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And he gets him around 6 there. It was Reed Blankenship making the stop. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. So that's their first. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Think right. Think right, open.
Lawrence working from the gun. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Nick Cross has it. And the Colts get the football back with minimal time to go in our half.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie. Right? Just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his 3rd interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. It's an option left. And he's brought down for a loss. All right, timeout taken by the offense. 5 seconds left, and they can take some points into the locker room on this final play of the half. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. Angling this one in from the right hash, the challenge here.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. One last play before the break.
11, again. Hey, run.
They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he stopped on a nice gain on what is the final play of this first half. We'll catch up with the rest of the league later. Let's go right through halftime and on to the start of the third quarter. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. Returns looking good so far. And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40. The Jaguars are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. The Jaguars in a good starting spot for this drive. Coming up, 1st and 10.
Here we go, sir.
They'll give this up the middle to ETN. And he's touchdown about 5 yards shy of that first down marker.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw. Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the second level. Well, someone from the second level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Got a man, it's Thomas. And he'll be brought down after getting to the 47-yard line. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Lawrence now off the play action. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Buys time, rolling right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Jacksonville in punt formation. And he's got this fair catch right along the 12-yard line. No return on that punt. And the Colts have a long football field ahead of them on this drive. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. Well, Brock, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception right there.
We know that no lead in this league is safe ever, ever, ever. A 1-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. They all seemingly come down to the final possession anyway. And with a whole half of football left, you just can't give away too many possessions like that.
Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. ETN again. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Award that tackle to the effort of Leatu Latu. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
Red on red.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Brought in right side. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. All right, set now, 1st and 10. From the red zone now. And he scores. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars parlay the interception into points. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Now, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would. It's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The Colts offense set to head out. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. 1st down throw here from Richardson. Gets this one to Pierce. And he'll go down, it will say right at the 39-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 39. It's complete to Pittman. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Caught quickly on the slant. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Working inside the red zone. This one's caught. And they get this down to the 7-yard line.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
And he drives this forward to the 6. It's a gain of 1 big yard, Brock, because that sets him up with 1st and goal. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. Scores, touchdown, Indy. The Colts take a 3rd quarter lead. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown.
Here we go.
He's throwing for it. Rolling left, buying some time. And he's into the end zone. Successful play there. That makes the lead 3 points. The Colts ready to kick this one away. And away we go once more. Has this at the 6. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
13, Luke. Hey, easy, route.
Lawrence looking to throw. He throws a bullet deep to the right. It connects on the deep shot. He makes it in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars need only 1 to take the lead. On is Little for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars take a 4-point lead. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The Colts have running back Jonathan Taylor headed out with the rest of the offense. 1st and 10 now from the 30. And the first half scoring has continued so far in this second half as they try to keep the pace. This one finds Taylor. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Hauled in by Downs. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Running back, motioning right. Richardson now on 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
They'll throw again. Richardson. On target to Downs. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Option give to Taylor. Jukes one defender. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Holding offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. That holding penalty is going to make 1st down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. They cross the 40 on a nice run. And finally stopped at the 34. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Gets this one to Andrews. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They send a receiver in motion right. From the 28. This is reeled in by Pittman. And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts take a lead just before the end of the 3rd. Michael Pittman Jr. with the touchdown. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker.
Defense.
So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. The Jaguars ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down. Now Lawrence on the play fake. He's got the hook up to Ingram. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Jalen Phillips finishing that play off. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 43. Throw reeled in by Thomas. And they're going to take this in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars take a lead just before the end of the 3rd. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. Little text on the extra point. And the Jaguars take a 4-point lead. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. On 1st down, it's Richardson. Over to Pittman on the sideline. Caught. And he's going to get this up close. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Taylor now up the middle. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Devin Lloyd making the play. And the Jaguars will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out and throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach. A 1st and 5 to begin this drive following the penalty.
Hey, go!
Lawrence now off the play action. They did it! He made the interception! And the Colts have some new life in the 4th. Well, they have the advantage for a moment, Brock, but turns out that is all just that moment, because they throw an interception and give the ball right back.
And for once, both coaches on both sidelines are preaching the same message. Take care of the ball. Not often you see back-to-back plays end in interceptions, and we're right back to where we were just a couple moments ago.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Let's go now.
From the 42. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Jaguars get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
On the jump.
They've got 1st down from the 31.
11. Right, let's go.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Hey, line.
Lawrence working from the gun. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Red on red. Hey, kill.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. Getting out to his left. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
A 48-yard attempt.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a 1-score ball game.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the 4th quarter when it really matters.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The Indianapolis offense ready to take another swing at it. And the last 2 drives have been teaching tape for that defense, Brock, and probably have earned this offense a lecture in the near future as well. Just haven't been able to take care of that football.
Yeah, I just kind of want to focus on those guys, everything they're doing on that side, because the humble pie this offense has eaten, it's been a tough watch.
2nd down carry for Taylor. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. The Jags bringing out the dime look. 3rd down. Now Richardson to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Football on that 47-yard line. 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. He's got Pierce. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Here's 2nd and 7. That's complete to Pittman. A solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Here's an option play to the left. He doesn't slide down and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I could promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more. There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Taken in by Downs, left side. Oh no, the ball is loose! but it bounces out of bounds, so they'll retain possession. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. First down throw here from Richardson. And they pick him off again. And the Jaguars get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Oh, man, Brock, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Man, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Hey, run!
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Looking for a target. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
We get so stuck, Kate, on decision-making being the ball in the hands and where's he throwing it. The ball in the hands in the passing game, and what kind of decision is he going to make? When in reality, in this game, in the 4th quarter, decision-making is also knowing when to salvage a play. Salvage that real estate that's so important to try to play a little add-on and make this a 2-score game. That sack, that's not going to help in that decision at all.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Massive hit. The ball is out. And they steal it back on the return. Now the punt return nearly didn't. The offense getting a chance to find the end zone here themselves. It's 1st and goal. Here's Lawrence to throw. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
Hey. Here we go.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Back to throw it. And that is the catch that should end this game and seal this win. Touchdown. That is his 6th passing score of the game. A lot of quarterbacks could go several weeks without throwing that many touchdowns. And now, keep in mind, he's only one off the NFL record of 7 in a single game. Little able to connect on the point after. And the Jaguars double their lead to 14. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. His return starts at the 5. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. The Colts and receiver Josh Downs set to take over once again. 1st and 10 now from the 30. And Brock, I know the goal is always points every drive, but I think just as big a goal, got to play clean football here. You cannot give it away for a 3rd consecutive possession.
Yeah, we call that rebuilding some confidence in yourself as a group, right? Just to execute without the mistakes. Pros, you can shake off a turnover with ease, but back-to-back, even the seasoned vets have a little trouble getting past that.
Andrews with the catch. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Escapes out to the left. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down. Hauled in by Downs. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Timeout, Indianapolis. That's its 2nd. Only one timeout remaining. They've got to work quickly here. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Gets this one to Andrews. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. The Colts take a timeout. That's their last one. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Down 2 scores, no timeouts remaining. Long odds ahead of them. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw out of the gun. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. They'll throw again. Richardson. And he's not going to escape this. The Jags drop him. Clock working against him here as they hurry to that line. He brings it in. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stuffed at the 2. So the Jaguars come away with a win in this one. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance at completing that season sweep. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It's a win for the Jaguars as we bid farewell from Jacksonville.